So, guys, in their judgment today, the Election Petition Tribunal said that 25% vote in Abuja is not compulsory, that Abuja is not special than other states. See the way Vanguard reports it. 25% votes, Abuja not special than other states. Tribunal dismisses Obi's claim. The Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, led by Justice Haruna Tsamani, has said that the Federal Capital Territory has no special status over other 36 states of the Federation over the 25% required vote in the presidential election held on February 25th. So this is what the PEP said today. This is their ruling that FCT is not a special state. FCT is the same thing as every other state. But remember that Section 134, subsection 1 and 2 of the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria, as amended, states that a presidential candidate must attain or score a majority of votes cast in a presidential election where 2 or more candidates are involved, and at least 25% in 2/3 of the 36 states, and FCT to meet the constitutional requirement to be declared as duly elected president of Nigeria. This is the law. I don't know what this particular Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, what they are taking Nigerians for. We know the law, and the interpretation of this law is very simple. There is no special interpretation to it. It states that, and the FCT, it didn't say the whole 37 states. No, we know that in Nigeria, FCT is a standalone because of how important it is. I will allow us to watch this video and understand that what the PEPs did today in the court is not correct. Watch this video, guys.
Those 24 states, you have 25%, but you don't get 25% in FCT. There's a problem.
Wow. But that has just been an added one. That has just been included.
That is your constitution.
That is the constitution.
That is your
That's the
constitution. And I'll give you the section of the constitution so you can go and check. That's your constitution.
That's the constitution.
Yeah, that's your.
This section 134.
Yes.
You have referred to it about twice now as
Yes.
one of the questions to be addressed. Now, you raised the issue in January when you wrote
Yes.
a letter to INEC asking INEC for a possible interpretation of section 134. Well, I would like to know whether you got a reply.
Yes.
And then, as a senior advocate of Nigeria, what's your own opinion, which you have not documented, about the interpretation of that section 134, sub 2 in particular?
Well, I did a letter to INEC, and if they had answered me, maybe you wouldn't have been in this logjam. But I had an interview. They didn't reply, by the way. The closest they came to reply was an interview I did on TVC with Professor Sokoye, and he admitted that it was an issue that required to be resolved. And I was surprised that they did not. In my own view, that section 134 applied literally, because the rules of interpretation say if you read something and it's so clear to you, then you don't need to interpret it. The thing says you must win a quarter of the votes in 2/3 of 36 states. And so what do you want to say? The answer is obvious.
I want you to break it down in a way that the
I've
ordinary
just broken
man...
it down.
No, let's apply it.
I've just broken it down. It's so simple. You get a quarter of the votes in 2/3 of 36 states. That is what the law says, which is 24. So that's one part of it. It goes on to say, and what does that mean? And the FCT. So as far as I'm concerned, you must also win 25% in the FCT. So we think the tribunal can answer this question quite easily in 1 hour. That's my point. It's not a difficult question to resolve.
We've seen the video. So what other special interpretation does Justice Tsamani and other justices on his panel have? They just want to ensure that they keep Tinubu in power. And now you are saying 25% in FCT is not compulsory, that FCT is not special. And according to our constitution that we've seen, and according to interpretations by senior lawyers, according to interpretation of the law, it states that 25% in FCT is compulsory. The constitution stated it clearly. You must have at least 25% votes in 2/3 of the 36 states and FCT to meet the constitutional requirements to be declared as duly elected president of Nigeria. It said, and the FCT. And the FCT. That and means plus the FCT. You have that 25% vote in 2/3 of the 36 states and the FCT. So I don't understand what they are saying. I don't understand what Justice Tsamani and other justices on his panel what they did today. And I will be reading to us reactions of Nigerians who are not happy about this on Twitter, which is now X. Chude Nnamdi here said, on 25% in Abuja, Justice Tsamani stated that Abuja is equal to every other state in Nigeria and no special voters anywhere in Nigeria. It's done. Every law student in Nigeria should go and learn Yahoo. That's it. Because you know the law, yet you come out to misinterpret the law. What Nigerians already know, what other lawyers, other senior advocates in this country have explained to us, you come out and you bring out lies to the people. Why? Because you want to keep someone who was not voted into power in power. Another person here said, Justice Tsamani has stated that Abuja does not have any special status as FCT and no special voters in Nigeria. There goes the 25% in FCT clearly stated in the constitution. That's it. Something that is clearly stated in the constitution. We are not saying there's no special voters anywhere. Another person here said Justice Tsamani have just ruled that FCT is part of the 32 states envisaged by Section 134, subsection 2 of the Constitution, and the failure to score 25% is irrelevant. Issues 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all resolved in favor of the respondents. Our Constitution have been sold to the highest bidder. The Constitution is very clear. You must have 25% of vote cast in FCT to be declared the president of Nigeria. Yet our judiciary have failed us. Our judiciary is upholding someone in power who did not get up to 25% of votes in Abuja. JP here said they failed Nigerians. We gave them the benefit of doubt and they failed as they have always done. Hashtag Pep's judgment. It's simple truth. Nigerians believed in them. Nigerians were believing that since the evidence is already very clear, since Peter Obi and the Labour Party have presented their case clearly to the court and to Nigerians, and we know that truly something might come out, but at the end of the day, the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, led by Justice Tsamani, failed Nigerians. Another person here said all judges are sold out. If anyone had any doubts, all those doubts should be removed after today's verdict. These judges were openly defending Tinubu than his lawyer ever did. Nigeria is a country where the establishment is the law and money is the religion. This lawyer here said the Supreme Court is the final arbiter on presidential election petitions. The Court of Appeal has taken a position. We will see how the Apex Court will look at the issues. That's the simple truth. We will not stop here. We will go over to the Supreme Court and justice must be served in this particular case. How will you say Abuja is just like every other state, that 25% in Abuja does not count? How? When we know the law, when we know what the law stipulates. All we can say at this point in time is that we hope that the Supreme Court will do the right thing. We hope that as we head over to the Supreme Court, justice will be served, because the appeal court and the tribunal led by Justice Tsamani have failed Nigerians. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I would like to hear our thoughts about the video in the comment section. Please do help to like this video and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you get notifications whenever we post a new video.